Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, we are going to be doing a turbo video. Also, half of it is going to be analyzing the markets generally speaking, right? There's not too much new news that has come out over the last, day or so. It was Saturday, right? Also, apologies for uploading later. Family came over. Haven't seen this family in like forever. And you know how it be sometimes when you don't see people for a while, long nights, crazy nights. But anyways, we are back. So we can see, right? We can see, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no new news. However, Turbo was active. They were also, tweeting about the Super Bowl. We can see that Turbo still gets solid interactions on Twitter. I also do see a lot of support on Twitter when it comes to using, I guess, this Turbo hashtag, this $ Turbo, right? I see a lot of people tweeting at it. I see a lot of tweets that pop up, right? A lot of people are optimistic. A lot of people are happy. We can see like this, even this tweet has 4,000 views. Let's see how many followers the guy has at 328. So we can see that the Turbo community is very, very supportive on Twitter. I'm going to even like some of these comments just to boost them in the algorithm. And this is something you can even do just once a day for 3 minutes out of your day is just do one single tweet about Turbo, right? Whether it's generated with the Turbo AI image or not. And then, just look at this Turbo hashtag and just like a couple of tweets, even retweet them. You don't have to retweet them, but, just like them, maybe leave a comment. And, that is just how communities get built up. That is how communities get stronger. That is how foundations are built. So we can see, right? Solid new tweets. And this is what I'm just talking about, right? Liking them, boom. We can see that, let's see this person, followers, 1,200, 300 tweet, 300 views. So, solid, 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 solid. We could also see that, look, this is something very, very important because I actually did see something similar to this. But we can see that, ladies and gentlemen, that calls this most important metric for measuring diamond handedness among meme coins is it's about the strongest belief in most loyal believers. Interestingly, Turbo happens to be older than its rivals, right? So we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that Turbo is over here. You know, percent of wallets still holding above 50%. We are in the top five, right? We know SPX Giga has, great community, great holders. We can see most of the people, in terms of some other coins have already sold off, like Go. Most people that are, holding, 50% plus, there's only a minority of 8%. Chill Guy is also really low with, we can see Popcat down here, Retardio, right? Bitcoin. So we can see Turbo is top five, right? If you want to put SPX and the Solana Ethereum one together, then it is technically top four. But I guess, they're on different chains, so whatever, we'll allow it. We are top five in terms of the most loyal holdings, right? And this is, like I said, this is one of those coins that has also been here for a very, very long time. So we can see, right? We can see this is absolutely fantastic news. This is what we like to see. The community is very, very strong, right? The community is very, very strong. I know people still cry and complain about the price, but I don't know how many times I have to say that. Look, when it's red, everything is red. Pretty much, there's only a few exceptions in the market. Generally speaking, we will be seeing how the markets react over the next few days. We are almost at the weekly close, right? And this is going to be solid, right? If we end the week something like this is a pretty solid weekly rejection. We may get something very, very similar in terms of price action of how it was over here back in the beginning of August, where we kind of get a rejection. Then we gonna go up slowly here, do something like this before we continue going up, right? It's not certain it's going to play exactly the same, right? Usually never does, but it can be very, very, very similar. I'm still looking for price to be entering a certain area, ladies and gentlemen, and that is down over here, right? I am still waiting for this. If I were to take a leverage position, this is generally where I would be looking to be entering, right? 0.0030 or 0.0031, somewhere here, generally speaking. And this is where I believe we will get the bounce up. Okay. So something like this to play out, something like this, consolidation, boom, break of structure, and then, continuation, right? That's what I expect with this coin. Because when we go to something like Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, We see right now Bitcoin's chilling at 96,000, but Bitcoin does look like it's going to fall a little bit, right? It does look like it wants to go lower. It also has, it's been creating, lower lows. Also, it's been very, very weird and sideways, right? So we can see, probably one final dip before, the up move. So we probably dive somewhere, like I said, into 92 to $94,000 range, dip into there before we continue going up. As we can see generally, right, over the last few days, we are kind of creating technically a support over here. But because the markets like to dip, right, they like to dip, they're not shy of dips. I expect, price to quickly dip to the $92,000 zone. And that is where I would be looking to be buying, ladies and gentlemen, right? So around the 92,000 zone. We could see some type of move like this, right? In the short term, where we go up to this hourly order block and then sell off before we continue going up. I do not believe we will be pushing further down, ladies and gentlemen, right? Bitcoin also has a big, weekly rejection at the moment. And for me, that is what we like to see. Like I said, also on the daily, we have been kind of going sideways, which also technically is creating some type of support. So I'm still very optimistic and very, very bullish. Some people think altcoin season, everything's over. Guys, we haven't technically even started. Please really educate yourself on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is the factor of when altcoin season starts. There was no single point ever where Bitcoin dominance broke structure. Literally never, right? Every single time we've had higher lows, right? Every single time we've had higher lows. We never had an altcoin season yet. Have we had some type of bull run start? Yes. Has the bull run been, up and down? Yes. But altcoin season has never started. So, for me, I'm still very optimistic. There is no reason for me not to be optimistic. We've been talking about the 69% zone for absolutely forever now, right? We will see obviously how things react and if we break structure earlier. But roughly speaking, I believe 69% is where we will top out in terms of Bitcoin dominance before we slam down, right? So we'll get up to here, and then probably that's when we go sideways a lot, break structure, and that's when we start melting. Something very, very similar to here, right? So where are we in terms of Bitcoin dominance? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are somewhere, over here in this area. Okay. So I believe we still have one more rally to the upside, right? One more rally to the upside, right? We get a rally to the upside, then we do what we have to do, and then we start going lower, then we go sideways just the way we were here, and then we slam down. So, for me, everything is going to turn around very, very soon, right? One more push, some sell off, sideways, down, right? One more push, sideways, sell off, more sideways, and then down, right? That is what I expect, generally speaking. So, this obviously will have an effect on Turbo. Obviously, Ethereum's also lagging behind, and we are an Ethereum chain. So, once Ethereum starts picking up too, once altcoins become a little bit more dominant, that is when Turbo will start to flourish. Do not panic, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.